But pro football history of greater significance is written 8 days later in Jefferson Stadium. The Dallas Texans, champions of the Western Division, bring an 11-3 record to Houston to challenge the right of the Oilers to a third straight title. Defending champion Houston has won the Eastern title with the same 11-3 mark, including a 7-game victory streak that is still unbroken. With Player of the Year Lenny Dawson calling the shots, the Texans dominate first-half play on the flying feet of former TCU All-American Jack Spikes, shown here going 33 yards to open the second quarter of play. A face guard tackling penalty shoves the trailing Oilers back to their own 20.
Hello, everybody. This is Apba Brian with Apba Baseball Classics. We're here with a football video. Memories of Chiefs championships in the past and some game-winning drive football with my wife Lori by Downey Games. The 1962 AFL Championship featured the Dallas Texans and the Houston Oilers. The Dallas Texans and Oilers played that game at Jefferson Stadium in Houston, Texas, and I watched it on TV. It's the first time I saw the Texans play. They had Hall of Famers, Len Dawson at quarterback for the Chiefs, George Bland at quarterback for the Oilers, Hank Stramman's in the Hall of Fame, our Chiefs coach. And it was an exciting game, played to double overtime. Chiefs were losing halftime, 17-0. They had 2 rushing touchdowns by Abner Haynes in the first half. But at halftime, the weather changed, and it got colder and got a lot windier. And that affected the game in the second half. Chiefs couldn't move the football. It affected their passing. Houston blitzed a lot, and they didn't score in the second half. And I might have said Chiefs numerous times. They're still the Dallas Texans until 1963. The Texans did hold them to 17 points. The game was tied 17-17 nearing the end of regulations. And Houston had an opportunity to try to kick a game-winning field goal, but it was blocked by the Texans linebacker, Charles Hedrick. So going into overtime is a controversial moment in the history of football right here. Hank Stram wanted Abner Haynes, the captain, to, if they won the toss, to actually kick and take the wind at their backs, even though it was overtime. So the Texans did win the coin flip. Abner Haynes got it wrong, though, and it tried to elect to receive and take the win. The referee said you can't do that. And I actually think the mistake was with the referee. He should have gave him an opportunity to correct his choice, but he didn't. He gave Houston the football to receive and also the wind. Kansas City stopped them, and going into the second overtime, during the second overtime, they kicked the field goal by Tommy Booker and won the game 20-17. Then they moved to Kansas City and became the Chiefs. And as the Chiefs, they played in the first Super Bowl, the 1966 season, 1967 in January, against the Green Bay Packers in Los Angeles at the LA Coliseum. A lot of bad memories here. It's actually about 10-10 at halftime, or close to halftime, and it was a ball game for a little while. Early in the third quarter, Len Dawson threw an interception in midfield, and Green Bay turned that into a score, and it was Green Bay everything after that. Very sad day for a young 14-year-old boy watching that game and watching Vince Lombardi compare the Chiefs to a second division NFL football team. Final score, Green Bay 35, Kansas City 7. All right, let's go on to the next game. Quickly got back to the Super Bowl 3 years later, Super Bowl IV in Tulane Stadium in New Orleans. That game was the highlight of my football fandom life, watching the Chiefs win that game 23-7. They did little short passes to the flat. Hank Stram says it's like stealing. Told Len Dawson we've got to do more of it. Finally, in the third quarter, they broke one of those flat passes to the flanker, Otis Taylor. He broke a tackle and ran for a 48-yard touchdown. Fred Pitts also had a good game running reverses, and Johnny Robinson, chief safety, had an interception. Well, in there, had an interception in the game. Chiefs went home champions. Then 50 years went by. A lot of good football happened between them, but they never got back to the Super Bowl until last year. And we watched Super Bowl 54 at home. We had a party. My family was there, a couple of friends, and we all had a great time. I made a video about that. Now tomorrow, Super Bowl 55 in Tampa Bay against the Buccaneers. Let's talk about some of the matchups in that game, and I'll give you my prediction. The running backs, Kansas City, I think, is at a deficit here to Tampa's running backs. Clyde Edwards-Helaire is a great running back. He had a good year, but he got injured, and so far in practice, he has been limited, and I don't know if he's going to be full speed. Darrell Williams is coming on, number 31. He's got good hands, catches the ball well, and has been running well. So I don't think the Chiefs, excuse me, I don't think the Chiefs will be hurting here, but I do think Leonard Fournette for Tampa Bay is more of a problem. So I give a slight edge to Tampa on running backs. Quarterback, I give an edge to Pat Mahomes, simply because he's younger. Yeah, I know I'm talking about Tom Brady, but he is 43, and I don't know if he's going to have enough left by the fourth quarter. It didn't look that way last game when they played the Packers. He threw 2 interceptions and had some errant passes toward the end of that game. So I give a slight edge at quarterback to Kansas City. Offensive line, give a slight edge to Tampa. The center, Jepson, 66, is really good. We did get to Brady quite a bit in the first game. Maybe they'll fix that. Maybe they won't. But I'm still giving them a slight edge because Kansas City's offensive line is going into this Super Bowl without 3 starters from last year's Super Bowl game. They don't have Swartz. They don't have Fisher. They're both injured. But they've had to patch their line most of the year, and they've done a great job patching the line. They've played well. Andrew Riley, the guard, will move to right tackle, and going to left tackle will be Michael Remmers. Steve Wisniewski was signed a few weeks ago, and he played in the Super Bowl for the Chiefs last year, and he'll be back at guard. So I think the Chiefs' offensive line will be okay, but maybe not quite as good as Tampa's, so we'll give Tampa a slight edge there. On the defensive line, I give either one. I rate them both even. Frank Clark, Chris Jones, playing very well. Clark had 2 sacks in the championship game. Chris Jones played with a lot of energy and played very well. And he's going to be seeking to get a lot of pressure up the middle, along with the young guy and the littler guy, Wharton, has been playing some defensive tackle, and he can apply some pressure to the quarterback as well. Derek Nottie is a good run stopper on the line for Kansas City. He's number 91. For Tampa, they've got some great rush ins, and they're going to try to box Mahomes into the pocket. I was kind of hoping that the Chiefs would go to a little bit of a moving pocket look, like they had, like the old Chiefs had under Hank Stam. He invented it. But I don't think they're going to try to do that. I'm going to give the defensive line edge to neither one. I think they're about equal. But I do give Tampa the linebackers. David is a terrific linebacker. His mate's also very good. So give the edge to Tampa's linebackers. I like Kitchens. I like Damian Wilson, but and they're playing well. But slight edge to Tampa at linebacker. I give a pretty big edge to the secondary of Kansas City. When we talked about the secondaries, Kansas City torched Tampa's secondary, especially in the first quarter, their last game this year, when Tyreek Hill had over 200 yards receiving in the first quarter. And I don't know if they're going to shred them quite like that, but I do think our secondary is better than theirs there. So overall, my prediction for the game is I think Kansas City 31, Tampa Bay 27. And now let's play it out with Downey Games game-winning drive football, Super Bowl 55. This is Game-Winning Drive Football. It's a light football game produced by Downey Games. And I bought it in PDF form. I think you can also send off for printed form. but I just downloaded it and printed it on my printer. This is the Super Bowl yearbook game of game-winning drive. They give you all the Super Bowl teams, 6 pages of instructions, but all the way from Super Bowl 1 through Super Bowl 21, which we're going to do today. They'll tell you what stadium the game's played in, and they give you all the offensive and defensive adjustment ratings for each team, plus their record, what division they played in, and the Super Bowl logo for each team. First thing you do when you have game-winning drive is fill out a sheet. These are the score sheets that come with the game. And today we're going to be playing the Chiefs at Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Super Bowl 55. You must first figure out the ratings for each team. And I cut my teams out. I actually printed 2 copies of this game. And so you take, in these gray shading are your main numbers, your primary numbers, and they're read with 2 dice. For the Chiefs, we'll use the red and yellow dice and read the red die first. And your first roll will consider a scoring drive. This is a drive-by-drive, not play-by-play football game. It's a light game. I think of it like History Maker Baseball, freebie, where they have an instant game on their freebie page that's free. So sometimes when I do a 16-game season in baseball, I'll play 1 game a week, and then the rest of the games will be done with a quick game from History Maker. It's History Maker Quick Baseball. And I think of this game kind of the same way. If you want to play a league season for a team, these games can be played in 10 minutes or less. And it takes about 5 minutes, though, to figure out the ratings. The primary ratings are the scoring drive for Kansas City. Unadjusted is 11 through 36, but adjusted from Tampa's defense -2, it'd be 11 through 34. All the numbers correspond with dice numbers. So if you added 1, it wouldn't be 37. It would be a 41, 11 through 41 if you added 1. Included in the instructions is a little scale you can use if you don't want to do that in your head. So you have 2 basic numbers, the scoring drive and drives that don't score or turnover drives. And then you do a second roll using these 3 dice. Actually, these 2 dice for a second roll to tell you what kind of a turnover it was or what kind of a score it was. And those are adjusted according to run and passing defensive adjustments on the opponent's card. So, for example, Kansas City's run is 11 through 16, but -2 against Tampa's defense, so it would be 11 through 14, and that would make the field goal 15 through 26. And then you go through, you figure out the pass rating. So you're figuring out basically 3 ratings. You're figuring out score rating, touchdown run rating, and the touchdown pass. And whatever these 2 field goals are is the next number after the last number in the run and pass. And same thing for turnovers. Tells you what kind of a turnover, and that'll be determined by these 2 dice. It could be a fumble, punt, interception, or missed field goal. You can do the kicks. Excuse me. These are the possibilities of scoring touchdowns. So if Kansas City does a kick return, 11-2, that's not adjusted by the defense. If I roll 11 or 12, that's a touchdown return. If you roll a 12, you have to roll 1 through 34. That's what this number in parenthesis is. You have to, if you hit 12, then it takes the 11 through 34 to actually be a touchdown. If you hit the 11 number, it's a touchdown. Same thing with the interception, and those are adjusted. Lost fumbles and interceptions are adjusted. So that's the basics on game-winning drive football. you have 10 drives per half, 20 drives in the game. And there's not a lot of strategy, but there is a little bit of strategy. For example, if you come down to the end of the game and you're a couple scores behind and you score a touchdown, you can attempt an onside kick. And those are rare. You have to roll doubles to get an onside kick. That would fail. That would fail. You would need, that would work. That would be recovered by the offense if you roll doubles. You can also choose to go for fourth down after a field goal. And in that situation, you roll against the scoring number, which Kansas City adjusted is 11 through 34. And then there is a Tampa fourth down defense, another -4, so it would be 11 through 26 to get a first down, to go for on fourth down. So those decisions can be made. Note that after a fumble or interception, on the turnover, if you hit fumble or interception, the other team will get a chance to run it back for a touchdown. And then when they get a possession, it's assumed that they get a short field, and you add 10 to their scoring number. So if Tampa intercepted a Chiefs pass, their adjusted score is 11 through 36. It would be 11 through 46. You'd add 1 to the 10s. You'd add 6 numbers for a short field to make that scoring chance bigger. All right, I think there's also room in this game for home rules. One thing I thought of is a last possession. If there is a turnover, like a fumble or interception on last possession, and you're out of drives, let the offense that recovered the fumble roll a 6-sided die, and if they hit 1, they can do like a 2-minute offense to try to score after the turnover. I think that'd be one good home rule. Another good home rule might be a way to figure in injuries for a team, but that's home rules that you can work out or think up. All right, we're ready for Super Bowl 55 in Raymond James Stadium.
All right.
And here are the teams: the Kansas City Chiefs and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Who would you like to be? Or should we flip over it?
No. I'll be Tampa Bay.
You'll be Tampa?
I will. I'm going to let you beat me.
Well,
I don't think that's Tom Brady's.
It's going to be all in the numbers. But the home team in Game Winning Drive football, the home team begins. Here are the adjusted ratings for Kansas City. 11 through 34 is a scoring drive for the Chiefs. 11 through 36 will be a scoring drive for the Buccaneers, and then you have it broke down whether it's a run, pass, or a field goal. All right, the home team first. Tampa will be using red die first, and then the pewter die second. Florida makes the first roll. The first drive is a 41. That's above the points scored. So now we'll find out how that drive was stopped. 44 is a pass intercepted. So Kansas City will get to do a pass interception return. So that return would be 11 through 15. There's a roll. 21, it's not returned for a touchdown, but it's going to be Kansas City's ball. Let's see who intercepted it. I just broke down by percentage of who does interceptions for each team and scoring touchdowns to put a name on the scores. And that was intercepted by L'Jarius Sneed, the rookie for Kansas City. Sneed is a really good DB. And now, since that was an interception, Kansas City's scoring potential goes from 11 to 34 to 11 to 44. Let's see if Mahomes can take advantage of
Okay, go Mahomes.
interception. 55, he can't. So, Chiefs are stopped. 54 is a punt. KC punts. Tampa's ball. That's going to be a scoring drive, 1-1. And 1-2 is going to be a touchdown run by number 9. We reply to Tom Brady. Must have been his quarterback sneak. Touchdown.
My strategy's not working out so far.
Run. Brady. Tampa's going to kick the extra point. Ooh, 64 is a miss. PAT 11 through 63, so Ryan Suckup missed. The PAT, former chief.
It's okay. I don't mind.
Tampa 6, Kansas City 0. No, we forgot to do the kickoff. We'll assume the first kick was in the end zone, but we'll do the kickoff return now. Kansas City does not return the kickoff for a touchdown. So here's the drive for Kansas City. We're still in the first quarter. .32 is a scoring drive for Kansas City. Let's see what kind of scoring drive. 36 is a touchdown pass to
Kansas City. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Travis Kelce.
Kelsey got to get his touchdown. He gets one every game, you know. Mahomes makes sure, but it's his buddy. He has to do that.
All right, the extra point is good by Harrison Bucker. He's the one that misses extra points. Score is Kansas City 7, Tampa 6. And one thing I forgot to do before the game was throw salt over my shoulders for good luck.
It's a good thing you forgot.
All right, here we go with the last drive of the first quarter. Kick return, first of all. And that is a, okay, we have a slash on kick return, so Tampa didn't return any kicks for touchdown, so we don't have to do that roll. So this will be the drive roll for Tampa Bay. 56 is not a score. And now the roll, see what's happening. 21 is a punt.
Good. Now it's working.
At the end of the first quarter, the score is Kansas City 7 and Tampa Bay 6. All right, so Chiefs get a punt. They have a punt return possibilities, 11 through 12. So I get the roll for a punt return. And 33 is not return for a touchdown. Here's the Chiefs drive to start the second quarter. 42 is beyond the scoring range, and that drive ends with a 62. That's a punt. Well, let's see, you don't have punt return possibilities, so Tom Brady and the Buck offense comes out to, they have a scoring drive 1-1, and 1-1 is a touchdown run by, Jones the second. So far the offensive line for Tampa Bay is having their way with the Chiefs defensive line as far as running goes. The extra point is good, and the score is Tampa Bay 13, Kansas City 7. All right, kick return. 24 is not a touchdown. Mahomes and the Kansas City offense moves out. Let's see what they can do. 36 is 2 above the scoring range, so it's a turnover for Kansas City. Let's see what kind of turnover. 23 is a punt. Kansas City has punted 3 times, and I don't recall too many games where they punted 3 times. Tampa's defense is playing well. Here comes Tom Brady and the Bucs. 62 is not a score. And 44 is a pass that's intercepted. Interception's the second one of the game for Kansas City. Let's see who picked that pass off. It is number 6. L'Jarius Sneed again. That's 2 pass interceptions for the rookie. Now Kansas City will try to return it. 55 is not returned for a touchdown. And with 2 drives left, Kansas City's offense comes back out. That's it.
Okay.
Relax and watch the young goat in operation here.
Go Mahomes.
23 is a score. And 52 is a touchdown pass for Kansas City. Was it 10 side back to 10? Passes to Darrell Williams. And now the extra point. Five is good. That makes the score Kansas City 14, Tampa Bay 13. And time for one more drive for Tampa. 24 is in the scoring range, and that is a 43. That would be a touchdown pass for Tampa at the end of the half. 8. Pass goes to Gronkowski. Extra point is good. All right, so the score is Tampa Bay 20, Kansas City 14 at halftime. So what do you think so far?
My strategy's not working very good. Trying to let Kansas City win, and I'm not doing a very good job.
Well, you can always offer at the end to replay Super Bowl 55 if Kansas City loses.
Okay.
And I've been watching Al Red Sox fan on his channel has been replaying the Super Bowl with second season football today, and I will tell you how that's coming out. In fact, it might not be finished yet. And I was watching Pro Strategy last night, Chiefs Bucs Super Bowl, and I'm sure there's other channels with the Super Bowl out there. Halftime's done. The weekend is finished. It was an extended halftime, and Kansas City will get the ball first in the second half. Here is the kick return possibilities, and it's not returned for a touchdown. Mahomes and the Kansas City offense comes back out. That is a 1-6. That's within the scoring range. It is a either touchdown or a field goal. Let's see, 34. And the scoring range is a touchdown pass for Kansas City. 2, 10. That's going to be Darrell Williams. His second touchdown. He's getting a lot of time out there. Let's kick the extra point. I do think Williams will get time in the Super Bowl this year. 61, the extra point is barely good. 11 through 62. Score is Kansas City 21, Tampa 20. I don't think we'll see a lot of Livian Bell. We might not see him at all.
Who knows?
He's not 100%.
I bet you he'll do a play.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire has been practicing, but not full practicing, so I don't know how much time he'll get. It might be Darrell Williams most of the time. And he's been playing well in the last part of the season. All right. Tom Brady in the offense comes back out. See what they can do. 53 is above the scoring range. And 23 is a punt. Kansas City will get a chance to return the punt, a roll of 11 or 12. Not return for a touchdown. Mahomes in the offense comes back out on the field. 33 is in the scoring range. 11 through 34 is the score. So Kansas City maybe beginning to pull away here. 45, that is going to be a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill. That makes the score Kansas City 27, Tampa 20. Here's the extra point. Yes, 51 is good. 28 to 20, Kansas City. Harrison Bucker prepares to kick off to Tampa Bay as we wind down to the end of the third quarter. No chance to return for a touchdown, so Tom Brady and the offense come back out. Their drive is a 65, that's not a score. And 42 is another pass interception. 34 to 44 on the adjusted sheet, adjusted ratings is an interception. That's the third interception of the day. This one by number 9. Let's see, that's going to be Rashad Fenton.
Tom Brady's not having a very good day.
Fred Clark and Chris Jones applying some pressure. We can try to return the interception. Doesn't go for a touchdown. But we get added 10 to the scoring chances. So the 11 through 44, the Chiefs will score a touchdown on the short field. We're coming to toward the end of the third quarter. The Chiefs offense 35 is going to be a score for Kansas City, and the score is 65. It's going to be a field goal.
Every point counts.
That makes the score Kansas City 31, Tampa 20. And that's the end of the third quarter. Let's see what we score in the fourth quarter. It was 7 to 6. Let's see.
In the second quarter.
Yeah, in the second quarter, Tampa had 14 points. And Kansas City in the second quarter had 7. Tampa in the third quarter had nothing. And Kansas City had 31, 14, 17 points. All right, we go to the fourth quarter. Kansas City will kick off, but they can't return for touchdowns, so Tom Brady and the offense come back out. Here's the roll. It's a 55 is above the scoring range, and 24 is a punt. Looking good for KC, 31 to 20. Punt return, we'll see if they return for a touchdown. Oh, 1-1, that is going to be a return for a touchdown. And we're going to give that to Tyreek Hill. I don't know if he's going to be returning, possibly. We'll see in the video. I was doing that in practice, so it might have been stock video. But could be Hardman, could be Hill. We'll give it to Hill. Extra point. 6-3 is no good. The range for Butker is 11 through 62, and we've been seeing that all season long. Kansas City 37-20. All right. Butker kicks off. He pretty much always kicks through the end zone. 24 is a scoring drive by Tom Brady and the Buccaneers. They're not dead yet. And 55 is a touchdown pass.
Number 8.
Brady to Gronkowski. That's his second touchdown. Extra point is good. 37-27. Kick return is not a touchdown. Offense comes back out. So now you're 2 scores behind.
That's good.
Maybe you should try an onside kick. You want rewind? Let's rewind that.
Okay, we'll do an onside kick. That's fine. Can we do that?
Yeah, you have to roll doubles for it to be recovered. We get a shorter field. Almost, it's 45. So Kansas City will take over on a shorter field. And it's 11 through 44 to a scoring drive. 32 is a score. You're going to score either way. And the score goes to 24. That is a field goal. Kansas City 40, Tampa 27. And this is the final drive of the game. 53 is above the scoring range. And 34 is a pass intercepted. KC intercepts her 4th pass. Number 10. That's Anthony Hitchens, linebacker.
Way to go, Anthony.
All right, I didn't check and see how long this game took.
Didn't take very long.
But the key of the game was Tampa got the running game going well in the first half. Got behind, had the pass. Kansas City intercepted 4 passes. I would say L'Jarius Sneed could be the MVP with 2 pass interceptions. How many touchdown passes did Mahomes have? He had 1, 2, 3 touchdown passes for Patrick Mahomes, no interceptions. So likely they would give it to probably Mahomes.
Probably Mahomes. It's a good game.
And that's okay.
That's a great game.
We can shake hands in the middle of the field and put our arms around each other and maybe do more. Thanks for watching. This has been Game Winning Drive Football.